a mess is what I would describe this movie as. A mess. Not the worst mess I've ever seen. Definitely one of the messes of all time, though. A movie should consist of either one plot or one main plot with a subplot mixed in. But this movie, I think, had around 4 to 5 different plots that, and 3 of them didn't even matter. Alex?
Um, no, I definitely I agree with a lot of that. I think a lot of the plot devices were kind of used like just to make things happen. It didn't really they didn't. I think they tried to interconnect it, but they all seemed very independent of each other.
And I think this just goes to show the downfall of movies. It's when you see a movie, it's either a remake of an old movie or just a cash grab, like Red One.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
mess.
Um, there are only a couple feel good movies that are classic. It's actually coming out in 2027, but the Batman 2.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that one.
I'm excited for that, and I'm probably gonna be able to drink by the time that movie comes out, which is scary to think about. Talking about the movie, uh, I think throughout the whole movie I didn't flinch because there was no striking comedic effect. Nothing just really landed. I don't even think there was an actual joke.
The only time that I laughed is just because how bad the movie is. But that was rare as well, honestly. So
The point, it's not even a bad. It's not the worst movie, but it's bad enough to where it's not laughably bad.
yeah, I think that's what makes it even worse.
Yeah. My least favorite part of the movie, I'm just gonna go with Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, she did a horrible job.
If you have watched Wednesday, there's no need to watch Beetlejuice. She
Yeah.
plays the same character,
Do
just
not.
the same.
Yeah.
No facial expression. Just I hate my mom. My dad's dead. Feel bad for me.
It
And I
was
like spiders.
it was very very cringe and
Yes.
yeah.
It just felt like she was trying too much, even though there was no effort to be a compelling character. Uh, my favorite character, however, which I didn't even think I could have a favorite character, but it was probably Willem Dafoe's character, the police officer. You can tell he was having fun. I would want to have fun while doing a movie like that because I would need to take my brain off of, geez, this movie blows.
Turn your brain off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually has his brain removed.
Yeah, that's actually maybe they're self conscious.
Yeah.
That's
I just wish they're self conscious enough to not release the movie. That would have been awesome.
Yeah,
That would have been grand.
I think our lives would be better if this
Yeah.
movie hadn't have released. Um, any other final thoughts?
I don't think this should have been a theatrical release movie. I think it could have just been DVD
Yeah, no,
or
for
just
sure.
streaming
Absolutely,
services.
absolutely.
Because although I do love popcorn at the movies, I do love drinks and snacks. I would like a good movie to watch
Yeah.
as well.
It doesn't it's just useless if the movie isn't good. Right?
Yeah. I guess we can briefly touch on Red One.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is becoming a combined movie
Yes.
review. Um, it's been a while since I've thought about Red One, but
I'm always thinking about Red One.
yeah, I guess that makes sense considering how deplorable the movie was. It sucked. That's just
Right.
one way to put it. Not to mention the font. I don't know if that's just me, but the cover is so silly
Yeah,
to me.
it just. uh, Now I would probably have to rank this movie better than Beetlejuice
That's
because
fair. Yeah.
there was actually plot, and the plot wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Uh, Although I am not a fan of Dwayne the Rock Johnson's acting, he's a very nice man, I'm pretty sure. But keep him away from the studio.
No, that's a good point. I think the plot was It was just, I think it was a little too silly.
Yeah,
Honestly, it was, yeah.
I like silliness, but there's a fine line between self-aware and just straight up corny,
Yeah.
and that was pretty much just corny.
It was also, the plot was very basic. You knew it was
Yes.
going to happen.
Mm.
But some of the characters did have a little bit of depth. There was an interesting interaction between the son and father, which I thought was pretty alright.
Also, the promotion for this movie was terrible as well. If you haven't seen, there's a clip. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he's talking to the audience or like to the screen about like he went to see Oppenheimer and he sat next to the director, Christopher Nolan, and he said he thought to himself, "Imagine Red One on this big screen. It would be a game over." Dwayne, I know you love your movies. It is not game over. It's game over for the money you've lost, actually.
I mean, yeah, that is. How can you even compare Oppenheimer to Red One? Like, that just shouldn't. You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Like I just watched. Let's just say I just watched the Batman 2022 in theaters for the first time, and I'm sitting there like, imagine Beetlejuice on this screen. No one's gonna say that.
Yeah, no, it's just you're not a real person if you said that.
Uh, what's the best movie you've ever seen?
The best movie I've ever seen, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of movies that I think are great, but maybe not the best I've ever seen. But my favorite is definitely Seven.
Seven.
Yeah, I really like that.
Well, I know your favorite movie. I think is Red Line, or your favorite anime.
Yeah, Red Line is definitely my
Red
favorite
Line.
anime.
So you just
Yeah.
finished watching Red Line, and you're just watching like, wow. Imagine the Minecraft movie.
Although I'm pretty excited for the Minecraft movie, honestly, though.
I'm pretty excited because it's. I love Jack Black, and it's either going to be very, very laughably bad. Have you seen the Borderlands movie?
No, but I heard it was not that great, right?
It was not great. I played the Borderlands games, and they're great. The movie is terrible.
I feel like that's usually how it goes for adaptations like that.
The only good video game movies that came from games, uh, I'm gonna say the Mario movie,
That's fair.
Sonic the
That's
Hedgehog,
fair.
and the Temple Run.
Temple Run had a movie?
Nope. I'm gonna make it though.
Alright.
What else had a movie? That doesn't matter. But the Minecraft movie, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna laugh anyways. I'm just gonna laugh.
I kind of hope it's terrible.
I
Honestly.
hope it's terrible, but at the same time, what if it's like the greatest cinema
Right,
ever?
right. What if it's like it's so unique and just the plot is so amazing and all characters are super deep and
Yeah, and then
have,
it'll be in the conversation of best movies of all time.
right, which
And
that
then
would be pretty awesome.
Then in that conversation, you'll be able to say, "Wow, imagine Red One on this screen." It already happened, but just imagine that again.
You're talking about movies with your friends and then you know people are saying like the classics and then you're like Red Run, Red One. Oh yeah, have y'all watched Red One? So
If one of your friends is like, "Let me put you on Red One," that's not your friend anymore. That is your enemy. I think to describe just Red One and Beetlejuice to end this off is just a cash grab mess.
Yeah, nostalgia bait. For,
Yes.
Beetlejuice for sure.
I think we have too many Christmas movies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just overdone
Mm-hmm.
again and again and again. Yeah. But
Beetlejuice. Don't watch it unless you're like you just want to watch movies. If you just want to see what we're talking about. But we're gonna end it off here. Beetlejuice, and Red One. Definitely the worst duo of movies out there.
formidable.
Yes.
Yeah.
What movie should they watch instead?
Um,
The Truman Show.
Yes, that's a fire. That's a fire piece of media right there. Anyway, lesson is both of those movies suck. Do not watch them.